If you want to make money with AI, but you don't have many skills or even too much experience or even a big audience, then keep watching. This video is going to help you with a clear step-by-step action plan that you can actually follow right away. Pay attention because this is how beginners are getting results right now. Make sure you watch until the end because I'm breaking it down for you in a simple to follow way. So before we get started, can I ask one small favor? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with step number 1, which is to start an AI-powered content service for local businesses, social media and short form content. If you want to make some additional income with AI, you can actually start by just offering AI-powered social media content services to small businesses, because this actually solves a very real problem that they may already actually have. Now, if you've noticed that many local businesses are struggling to stay consistent with their online presence, you can actually use this gap to create a simple service that delivers posts, engaging captions, and even short form videos. So if you are a bit unsure why this actually works, you can understand that businesses need visibility to get more customers and generate more leads for their own business to actually improve their revenue. And this will help position yourself as someone who can actually solve that problem for them. So if you want to begin, you can just choose one simple niche like gymnasiums or cafes or even restaurants or even salons or even real estate agents, because this will help you to stay more focused and get better results a bit faster as well. Now, if you don't know what niche to actually pick, you can just go to Google and use something like Google Maps, because this will actually show you local businesses that may need help with their online presence and their marketing. So if you just start simple and just focus on one type of business, you can actually build a repeatable system using AI. That is fairly easy to manage. Now, if you are ready, you can move into creating your first sample piece of content powered by AI. So you can actually show some real value to clients that you potentially work with. Now, if you want to create content fairly quickly, you can actually use ChatGPT, this AI engine, because this will actually help you generate captions, good ideas, and even good scripts in just a few seconds. So if you don't know how to use it properly, you can just start with a simple, strong prompt like the following. Act as a social media manager for a local gym. Create 10 engaging Instagram captions that promote weight loss, motivation, and beginner-friendly exercises and workouts. Use a friendly tone and include calls to action. So there's a simple prompt that you can actually model for a fitness-related business. Now, if you actually use prompts a bit like this, you can get very structured and usable content without doing any guessing. So if you want to get better results, you could just tweak the tone or even the audience in your prompt, because this will actually improve the relevance as well. Now, if you struggle with creativity, you can just ask for some viral content ideas or even a content calendar for 7 days. So there's 2 things that you can do straight away. And this is going to help you to stay more consistent. Now, if you take a bit more time to actually refine your prompts and add a bit more detail, you can actually produce higher quality work that clients will actually happily pay you for. Now, if you avoid using vague prompts, you will save time and get much stronger outcomes and outputs. So if you'd like to turn that text into some engaging visuals, you can use Canva, because this is a beginner-friendly tool that helps you create professional social media graphics and visuals very quickly. If you've never used it before, you can just sign up for free at canva.com and just access thousands of different templates which are designed for Instagram, Facebook, and other social networks as well. So if you want to go ahead and create a post, you can just search for something like Instagram post template or Instagram reel, and then you can just customize it with your AI generated captions, because this will save you hours of design work for yourself. Now, if you'd like to stay a bit more consistent with this, you can actually use the same color palette and same fonts for each client, because this will help to build that brand identity. So if you find that you don't want to design anything from scratch, you can simply edit pre-made templates and just replace the text and the images on those templates. If you want to improve your visuals, you can use Canva's AI image generator to actually create customized graphics that actually match the content more accurately. If you keep your designs very clean and very simple, you can actually deliver content that looks professional even if you are a beginner. So if you want to create video content, you can use CapCut because short form videos are in high demand right now. So if you have some text or some captions that are ready to go, you can actually just turn them into short engaging clips and videos by adding stock clips or even subtitles and transitions. So if you want to start, you can just open CapCut and just choose a simple template, then just paste your script from the AI engine, because this will actually automatically format the video for different platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or even Instagram Reels. If you want to improve the engagement even more, you can actually add some really engaging and dynamic captions and some strong hooks to actually engage your audience at the very start of your short form videos, because this will help to grab that attention fairly quickly. So if you find that you don't know what videos to actually make, you can have a look at the trending content in your niche and just recreate a similar structure. You don't want to copy and paste, but just model what's working and what is already trending and do your own unique version of it. Now, if you keep videos under 30 seconds, you can actually increase the chances of getting some higher engagement on your content. Now, if you learn just this one skill, you can actually charge a bit more because video content is actually more valuable than static posts. So if you want to get your first paying client, you can start outreach, because this is where most people hesitate and miss many opportunities. If you don't know where to find those clients, you can actually use Instagram and just search for things like local businesses that post inconsistently on their accounts or their pages, because this will actually show you that they actually need some help. So if you'd like to actually go ahead and actually approach them, you can actually send a simple and friendly message like the following. If you want help growing your page, I created a few sample posts for your business that you can actually use right away. So there's a simple message that you can use. Now, if you actually include a free sample, you can instantly stand out because this actually shows effort and gives them some value at the same time. Now, if you are consistent and message at least 10 different businesses on a daily basis, you can increase your chances of getting some replies. Now, if you don't get responses at first, then do not be concerned. You just need to adjust your message and keep going, because this is part of the actual process. Now, if you stay consistent with this, you can actually land your first client within just a few days or maybe just a couple of weeks. So if you want to manage your work and stay more organized, you can actually use Notion, because this tool will help you to track tasks, clients, and content all in one place. It's like an all-in-one organizational tool. Now, if you want to set it up, you can create a simple board with the following columns, like ideas, in progress, and completed. So just keep things very simple, because this will help keep your workflows clear and easier to use. Now, if you actually have multiple clients, you can create separate pages for each one, so you can actually manage their content more easily. If you want to schedule posts to go out in advance, you can use Buffer or even later.com, because these AI tools will help you to plan and publish content automatically. So if you schedule posts in advance, you can actually save time and deliver consistent results. If you stay organized, you can actually handle more clients without feeling overwhelmed. If you build a very simple system very early on using AI tools, you can actually scale your income more easily as well. So if you want to get better results, you can avoid those common mistakes that often slow beginners down, because this will help you grow much faster as well. If you rely too much on AI without doing any editing, you can actually produce very generic content that clients won't really value. So you want to make sure you actually edit it and personalize it with your own insights. If you don't personalize your outreach as well, you may get ignored, because businesses receive many messages on a daily basis. You want to make sure that you personalize your outreach messages. Now, if you also undercharge for way too long, you can actually burn out without making any solid income. If you want to improve, you can just track what content is performing really well and just simply adjust your strategy, because this will help to increase client satisfaction at the same time. So if you stay consistent and improve your skills as you go along, you can actually turn this into a fairly steady income stream. If you follow this exact process step by step, you can go from no experience at all to getting paid using AI in a simple and achievable way. Let's now move on to step number 2, which is to build and sell AI-powered digital products like templates, ebooks, and guides. If you want to make some extra money with AI without actually relying on clients, you can actually start by creating and selling simple digital products, because this will actually allow you to earn an extra income repeatedly from creating one piece of content. So if you have noticed that many people actually struggle to package their knowledge and their expertise or their ideas into something very sellable, you can actually use AI to simplify that process and create digital products a bit faster. Now, if you are a bit unsure what to actually sell, you could just start by identifying those problems and those pain points in the market that people are already searching for solutions on. So you need to go out there and find an existing problem or a pain point, and then you can create a product to actually solve that particular problem. And this is going to increase your chances of making sales from your digital product. So you need to go out there and find those pain points and those problems that people are struggling with, and then you can actually create a product to actually solve that problem. So if you want to go out there and find some good ideas for your digital product, you can actually use a website like Google Trends, because this will show you what topics are currently popular and in demand. Google Trends will show you the search interest over any given period of time for any given keyword or topic. So this is a really good idea to validate the interest for any kind of idea that you've got for a digital product. Now, if you want to validate your idea even further, you can actually check marketplaces like Etsy, because this will actually show you what types of digital products people are actively buying in real time right now. So if you just start with a simple problem or a pain point that people are actively trying to solve, you can actually go out there and create something that has some real value and solves that problem and has a real existing demand. If you focus on usefulness and value instead of actual perfection, you can actually launch a digital product fairly quickly and just start learning from real results and feedback that you get. So if you want to create the content for your digital product, you can actually use ChatGPT, because this AI engine will help you generate structured and useful content, written content, fairly quickly. If you don't know what to actually write, you could just start with a very simple and detailed prompt like the following. Create a beginner-friendly ebook outline about how to actually lose weight at home without equipment, including step-by-step instructions, tips, and a 7-day plan for a beginner. So there's a simple prompt that you can use for a weight loss digital product. So if you actually use a very clear and detailed prompt, and you actually include lots of details about the people you're trying to reach, the problem you're solving, and what they're going to get, you're going to get a very good outcome. And you can get an organized structure that you can actually expand into a full guide just from a simple prompt. If you want better quality, you can just ask ChatGPT to rewrite sections in a very simple and friendly tone, or even just add examples, because this will make your content much more practical and more actionable for your audience. So if you find that you struggle with making it more unique, you can actually add your own personal insights or even combine multiple prompts into one resource. If you actually review and edit the output, you can actually improve the clarity and the accuracy before you actually publish the product. If you avoid copying content without understanding it fully, you can actually create something more trustworthy and more valuable to the target audience. So if you'd like to actually go out there and design your digital product and do it professionally, you can use Canva, because this tool will allow you to turn text into very visually appealing ebooks, planners, or even templates. If you've actually never designed anything before, then do not worry. You can just start by choosing a simple ebook template from many of the templates they've got available in Canva, and just replacing the text with your own AI generated content, because this will make the process much simple and very easy for you. So if you'd like to further improve the readability of your written content, you can use headings, you can use bullet points, and even clean layouts, because this helps users understand the information more easily. If you want to create some additional value, you can also include some checklists, some trackers, or even some worksheets as a bonus that people can actually use alongside the original product. So if you actually use Canva's drag and drop features, you can customize the colors, the fonts, and even the images without needing any design or technical skills. If you keep your design very simple and very clear using their drag and drop features, you can create a simple digital product that looks professional and very useful for the target audience. So if you'd like to go ahead and actually sell your digital product to create that income, you can use platforms like Gumroad or even PayHip. These are digital marketplaces that you can use, And you can also use different platforms like Shopify or even Standstore as well. But Gumroad will allow you to actually upload and sell digital files very easily, even if you are a complete beginner. And it'll actually handle the delivery and the payments for you as well. So if you don't know how it actually works, you can actually create an account. Just need to upload your file, and you just need to set a fair price. Go for something like $17, $27, something around $47 or lower is a good starting point. And just share your product link, because this makes the process very straightforward. So if you would like another option, you can actually use Shopify to build your own web store if you'd like to have more control, because this gives you more control over the branding and the pricing of your products. If you want to get a bit more traffic, you can actually promote your product using social media platforms like TikTok or even Instagram and YouTube Shorts by just creating short, engaging videos like clips and reels, just explaining the benefits of your digital product. Now, if you actually show how your product solves a specific problem or takes away a pain point, you can actually increase your chances of making more sales. If you stay consistent with the promotion, you can actually build that brand awareness and help you to attract buyers over time. So if you want to improve your product and increase the sales, you can actually gather some solid feedback and optimize based on some real results, because this will help you to further refine your offer. And if you actually notice that people are not actually buying, you just need to adjust your title, the description, or maybe even lower your pricing to start with, because these factors will affect the conversion rates of your digital product. So if you want to test ideas, you can just create multiple versions of one product and see which performs better. If you struggle with writing good product descriptions to actually sell your digital product, you can actually use ChatGPT to generate very persuasive copy that highlights the benefits the audience will get very clearly. So remember, you want to sell those benefits and those outcomes in your product descriptions. Now, if you actually track what works, you can make better decisions and improve your income over time. If you focus on solving one clear problem and taking away one clear pain point for your audience, you can make your digital product much more appealing. So if you'd like to avoid some common mistakes, you could just focus on quality and clarity instead of rushing to actually publish this, because it will improve the user experience. You want to really give good quality and clarity within your product. If you rely too heavily on AI without doing any editing, you may create some generic content that doesn't really stand out and do a good job. So you want to make sure that you want to edit the content as well, and put your own insights and your own personal experiences in the content as well. Now, if you don't actually research your audience, you may actually create something that people don't actually want. So it's very important here to do some market research and find an existing demand and find that problem that people really want help with, so you can actually solve that problem with your digital product. Now, if you price your product a bit too low, you can actually reduce the perceived value and limit your earnings. If you take the time to improve your product and improve your marketing as well, you can build a more sustainable income stream. So if you actually follow this step-by-step process, you can create a simple digital product business using AI that generates a healthy income without needing constant client work. Let's now move on to step number 3, which is to start an AI-powered freelance writing and content repurposing service. If you want to make some extra money with AI using a skill that is always in demand, you can start an AI-powered writing and content repurposing service, because businesses out there constantly need content across multiple platforms. So if you have noticed that creators and businesses struggle to turn one piece of content into multiple formats, you can actually use this as your opportunity to offer a very valuable solution. If you want to understand the problem very clearly, you can see that most people create one video or blog post but don't have the time to turn it into several posts, emails, or even multiple captions. And this will help to position your service much more effectively. So if you would like to get started, you can just choose a simple service like the following. Turn YouTube videos into 10 to 20 social media engaging clips, because this is very easy to deliver and highly useful for business owners. Now, if you don't know where to find content to actually practice with, you can just use a website or an engine like YouTube, because this gives you unlimited content to work with and actually learn the process from. So if you just focus on solving this one problem, you can create a service that is simple, clear, and very easy to actually sell. If you want to extract and rewrite content fairly quickly, you can use ChatGPT, because this AI engine will help you to summarize, rewrite, and even expand content into different formats. So if you don't know how to actually start, you could just copy a transcript from a YouTube video and just use a prompt like the following. Turn this transcript into 10 engaging Twitter or X posts, 5 LinkedIn posts, and 3 short Instagram captions with strong hooks and calls to action. So there's a simple prompt that you can use. So if you actually use detailed prompts, you can get very structured outputs and better outcomes that are very ready to edit and deliver. If you want much better quality, you can just ask for tone adjustments like make it more casual, or just make it more professional, or make it more personal. So you can actually adjust the tone very easily by using a simple question or a statement like those two, because this will make it match different types of audiences as well. So if you find that you actually struggle with messy outputs, you can actually break those tasks into smaller prompts. So you can just refine each part individually. If you actually review and clean up the content, you can actually deliver higher quality work that clients trust and really value. If you'd like to expand your service even further, you can also turn written content into visuals and videos, because this increases the value of your original offer. If you want to create dynamic graphics and visuals, you can use Canva, because this allows you to quickly turn text into branded social media content and posts using their pre-built templates. So if you'd like to go ahead and create some videos, you can use CapCut, because it will help you turn short clips or scripts into engaging video clips with good subtitles and good effects to make your video stand out, pop, and get attention. If you have a script from ChatGPT, for example, you could just paste it directly into CapCut and match it with some stock footage, because this speeds up the production process. If you'd like to stand out a bit more, you can actually offer a full package like the following: 1 video turned into 10 posts, plus 3 videos and 5 captions. So there's a simple package that you can actually offer, because this actually creates more value. If you build a simple system like this using AI tools like Canva, CapCut, and just using ChatGPT, you can actually just deliver consistent results fairly quickly without starting from scratch each time. So if you actually want to go out there and find some clients who really need this service, you can just target content creators or coaches and consultants, and even small businesses, because they already produce content, but they often need help scaling it. If you don't know where to actually look, you can use platforms like LinkedIn, because many professionals actually post content but don't fully repurpose it in the best way to maximize their results. So if you'd like to reach out, you can just send a simple message like the following: if you want to get more value from your content, I can turn 1 video into multiple posts and engaging clips that you can use across all of your social platforms. So there's a simple message that you can use. Now, if you also include a sample transformation, you can actually show immediate value and build that trust very quickly. Now, if you stay consistent with the outreach, you can build a steady pipeline of new clients. If you personalize your messages a bit more, you are a bit more likely to get replies and start those conversations. So if you want to organize your workflow and deliver more efficiently, you can use Notion, because this helps you to manage tasks with clients and even content all in one place. Now, if you want to track the progress, you can just create a simple board in Notion with different stages like received content, in progress, and even delivered. So you can manage everything you need in one place with Notion, because this helps keep everything very clear. So if you'd like to automate part of the process, you can store those prompt templates, so you can actually reuse them for each client that you're actually working with. If you stay organized, you can actually handle more work without feeling overwhelmed. If you create a repeatable system using AI tools, you can actually deliver faster and increase your income potential. If you treat this like a simple production process, you can actually scale this more easily over time. If you want to price your service correctly, you can just charge based on the value that you provide, rather than the time it takes you to actually create it, because this will increase your earnings. Now, if you are just starting out, you can just offer a small basic package like $25 for basic repurposing, so you can actually build that experience and get some positive reviews. So you just want to start small to begin with. Now, if you would like to grow, you can actually move to monthly packages like $100 to $1,000, depending on the volume, because this will create recurring income for you. If you show some good examples of before and after content using AI, you can actually justify higher pricing because clients can see the transformation that you can provide using AI tool. Now, if you just focus on results like saving time, generating leads, and increasing reach, you can actually position your service more effectively. If you improve your offer over time, you can actually attract better clients as well and higher paying opportunities. If you'd like to avoid common mistakes, you can just focus on clarity and quality because this will improve the client's satisfaction. If you fully rely on AI without doing any editing, you can produce content that feels a bit generic and less engaging. So you always want to just edit the output a bit and put your own insights in there so it's AI and human insight. Now, if you don't understand the client's audience very well, you may actually create content that doesn't perform very well. So you need to really understand the audience that you're working with. If you want to get better results, you can just ask clients some simple questions about their tone, their goals, and their target audience before actually starting any kind of project. Now, if you stay consistent and keep improving your process as you go along, you can actually build a fairly reliable income stream. So if you follow this step-by-step method, you can actually turn AI into a very practical service that solves a real problem and generates you a healthy income. Wow, that's it for this one. Now, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start building your own online business and creating new income streams, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the top pinned comment, where you can find some free guides and some free resources to help you get started right away with building your new digital business and new income. These free resources will teach you step by step how to actually set up and create your own digital business and new online income streams as well. So I know these free resources will be very helpful for you. So don't wait, take action today. You can go and click the link below in the description and the pinned comment and start your journey right now. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for new videos. It really does energize me to create more videos for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.